Welcome to this walkthrough of our possible account compromise rule. This is a automatic response rule in the SaaS alerting platform used by SpearTip to detect possible account compromises. What we see in these cases of compromises is that in the Office 365 space, we see indicators that indicate a compromise of an account. Therefore, we use SaaS alerting to take an automatic response. So this is an overview of the rule. The rule is of course active, named possible. Works for Microsoft, works on one of our testing tenants, and applies to all accounts. This rule is really focused on detecting malicious activity. So it detects if a forwarding rule is being enabled. We often see that within organizations, right? So it detects when forwarding rules is enabled, when a user logs in from an outside approved location, or when mass files are downloaded. When either of these three, so not all three, but when either of these three is detected by the SaaS alerting platform, we take the following actions. We expire those logins, so we end all those sessions. We then block the sign-ins, change the user password, and force the setup of MFA. So we really go through all those steps the admin would normally take to really set up the account. Then the last thing the user still has to do is get back into that account, configure that MFA, and then their account is safe to use. That rule, of course, always runs, but because we always detect that activity. If we switch over to the next portal, we can actually see that we created some events. So we see an email forwarding rule being enabled for our C-Green user, and we see an outside approved login. So both of these actions would trigger that rule. And if we look in the real-time alerts, for us, those come into low, we can see those rules being triggered, right? So we see those rules being triggered here, and we see that the SaaS alerting platform responds to the activity and then trigger the rules, successfully signing those accounts out, resetting MFA. This was the really quick walkthrough. Thank you so much for following us.